We live in a world where people always look down on themselves. People always want to change the way they look like. They find mistakes on their bodies, on their skin color, on the way they were made. Because of what others say to them, that they are not good enough, that they are not pretty, that they have a dysfunction, that they are deformed. They always try to find ways to make themselves perfect. But the question is, how does God see you? Because your friend, your neighbor, the person that you walk with, the person that you stay with in the same house, may see you differently than what God sees you. Because just because someone said that you do not deserve it, or you do not look good, doesn't mean that you do not look good. Because that is according to what he views to you, according to his view. That is how he sees you. But how does God see you? The Lord sees you as someone who's perfectly made. In the Bible, when he made man, Adam, he was perfect. It was good. Because it doesn't matter what others have seen in you, but what does God see in you? Because their knowledge of you may be limited. Actually, as a matter of fact, their knowledge about you is limited. God knows each and everything that is on you. He knows the number of hairs that you have. He sees you because he's omnipotent, he's omnipresent, he's everywhere. Even the least, the tiny details that your friends may not see in you, God sees in you. Even that which you may not see in you. Because some of you may look down on yourself, you say, I cannot do this. All my friends have done this. All my friends have reached. All my friends are married. All my friends have achieved all this. And it's only me who's left. But God sees something that is in you. He sees a gift that was blessed in you. You know, Gideon despised himself in the Bible. He thought he was not worthy. He thought that he would not accomplish the task that was ahead of him. But God said, Gideon, almighty man of valor. You know, Gideon had surrounded himself with friends and family members and with words that were spoken to him. And he had convinced himself that he was not good enough. Another example is Jeremiah, when he was called to be a prophet. He said, oh, I am too young. But God knew exactly what he had blessed in Jeremiah. He knew that he had made him perfectly well. He had called him, and when God calls you, he provides. So it doesn't matter what is on your body. Look at the incident of Paul, who had a thorn in the flesh. But he said, his grace is sufficient. He had, the enemy had sent something, a thorn in the flesh, to torment him. But he praised God. You know, that part that is on your body that you are not proud of, someone else out there is looking for someone like you. As a matter of fact, God has aligned you in a right path that suits your calling. Look at someone, there's a man by the name of Nick. This man was born without limbs. But this man did not look at what was not on his body. But he said, what do I have around me? What can I do? He said, I have my voice. So this man uses his voice to motivate others who are born without limbs, those who are on the brink of committing suicide. He uses them to bring them up. As a matter of fact, he's married to a beautiful wife with kids. He did not look down on himself. Even when his friends were looking down on him, he stood still and said, I know what God has blessed in me. You may be there and you are looking down on yourself. You're asking yourself, how does God see me? God sees you as someone who's perfect. God sees you as someone who is valuable. God sees you as the salt of this world, the light of this world. God sees you as the voice that will change millions of people. God sees you as a warrior. God sees you as a commander who's ready to take the army to victory. Yes, God sees you as the next president. God sees you as a leader who's ready to shake nations. God sees you as someone who's ready to become a millionaire. God sees you as a conqueror. He says you are more than a conqueror. You are a victor. Because when you receive Jesus Christ, it is not about what you did in the past. He sees you as someone who's in the right standing with Him. So, do not look down on yourself. Do not say, how do I look like? How does God see me? Quit worrying, because worrying will not add something, will not make things better.